Hey, what's up you guys? So, haven't made a tutorial in a long time. I'm gonna do it right now. So, I made a poll earlier, and it was for map voting or automated boss system. Map voting won, so I'm gonna make this video first. So, there's gonna be a ton of commands. Please do not worry about them. I'm just showcasing this in one of my maps. I'll show you what commands to look at. So, we're gonna start. So, these you do need to worry about. So, this is my voting area. So the start game system, I won't show you guys how to make a system like mine in here. You guys are going to have to make your own start game system. This is just the map voting. So I have 4 votes. I'll just show you one of them because the rest of them are just copy and paste. So if you notice here, if you look at the coordinates in the top left, -2, -59, -14. So you want your coordinates to be right here next to your button, okay? So I'll show you what I mean. So, struggling a little bit, there we go. So, if you look here, so I have 3 commands. First one, it will give the voting score to the armor stand. Now, what you're going to need to do, before I get to all the commands, I have 4 maps. You can name the armor stands whatever you want, but for each of your map commands, you're going to want to have an armor stand for each map. So I just have a map 1, map 2, map 3, and map 4. So I just kind of have to, I just remember the map itself just by its number. Just makes it easier so I'm not typing in the name for everything. So do what you want, but this is what I have. So for this, I'm going to show you map 1 here. So if you go here, and this first command, so like I said, if you remember those coordinates there, so the coordinates of the button, so where you stand to press the button, these are the coordinates. Now the DX, DY, and DZ, these are just the position of that one block. So it won't go like in a radius, it'll just be on that block of the coordinates of where they're standing. And then you want to make sure it only does it to the people who don't already have the tag voted. And I'll show you what it does for that. It'll be in the third command. And then after this, it just gives, so for this one, it's map 1 for my first map. So again, I don't have it named, I just call it map 1, map 2, you know, etc. And then this, you want to make sure you give all of your armor stands that have the names vote. You want to tag, so this is the command here. You're going to do /tag @e type equals armor stand, name equals, and then for me, mine would be map 1, and then just do add, and then voting mech. Now obviously this one already has it, so it won't do anything, but you want to make sure you give all of your armor stands that have only the ones that have the map names, the tag of voting mech. And then for this, you're going to want to create a score. So it's going to be called objectives, add. It's going to be called voting score. So you can't have the system working without this here. So you're going to just make the score, and then you're going to do dummy, and then that creates that score. Okay, so then it just gives the tag, and then the score, and then this here. So this is a tellr command. Go ahead and just copy it. It just tells them they voted for small house. And if you're curious how I colored it, I just use this special symbol here. If you find on controller, it's this paragraph symbol. If you hold A on it, then you get the special symbol. I don't know how it is on like keyboard or nothing, so you're gonna have to figure that out on your own. I'm not sure how to do that. But again, just copy and paste the coordinates, this, and then tell raw, tell them they voted for this map. And the next one, this one here. So this one, again, just copy and paste this bracket, everything inside this bracket, and then all you gotta do is give them the tag voted. So now that's all you have to do for when they make a vote, and it's again the same for the rest. It's just the only difference being the coordinates and the map name. And then so yeah, you just change the name, and then yeah, so it's pretty much the same though. Okay. So now I'm going to show you the next thing. So that's the voting system. So again, there's going to be a ton of just random things. Don't worry about it. It's just for my map. So just using this map as my example. So right here, this is the start voting. So whenever I start the game, I place a redstone block here, and now for this first one, this actually deletes the redstone block as soon as it's placed. So if I were you, I would just do a coordinate. This tilde, it's -1, so it's one block away from this command block. So it's removing this one here from the command block's position. But if I were you, I would just do coordinates to make it less confusing for you guys. Now, after I do that, this TPs them to the voting room. This removes everyone with the tag voted, just in case if they leave the game and join back and they already have the tag, then it removes it just in case. Now this is a timer, so this system here, just start it at a 300 tick for the timer, and then it'll do this click sound. Alright, this executes on everyone for the click for the timer. Then this next one, so this is basically just a copy and paste, but you'll just do a 20 tick. That, and then again just copy and paste, and then this one's again 0 tick, same thing, 20 tick, same thing, 20 tick, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and then what we have it whenever it hits around the 3-second mark, it'll do a different sound. So go ahead and copy the sound here. This just changes the pitch. And then here's the next one. This is second number 2. So here's the pitch for this one, and then here's the pitch for number 1. So this is 1 here, so here's the pitch. And then after all the timer is done, then this next 2 set blocks are for whoever wins the vote. So that first set block will be for this system that we have here. Now in this, we just have it at a 25 tick. So this one, if I were you, I would copy this. I wouldn't do a coordinate, I would just do this. And then it'll remove the redstone block here. And then this is the second set block. I'll get into the commands. So this one we have it as a 20 tick. So we'll get into the first set block in those 2. So it'll put it here. And then we have this on a 1 tick, needs redstone. So this is the winner tag. So right here, whichever one has the voting score out of the voting mech, then it'll give it the winner. So this is a really confusing system. I won't go in depth on how it works. Just copying and paste what we have here, and it should work for you guys. So this is what we have. And then for the next system, just have it on a 0 tick. And then this is a versus, so this is if it ties. So executes on the voting mech. If there is no winner, because there's a tie, so that means it'll remove the score by 1. So that's what this unless entity is for. So if there's a winner, or sorry, if there's a tie, then it won't pick a winner. So this one just removes that tie and makes it so a random one will become the winner, basically. So that's that first system. Now the second system here, don't worry about this, just for my game. So again, 20 tick, sets the redstone block above it air. Now for this one, I just have it as a start game for me. And then this one, I just have it as resetting my map. So this second one is for, I guess mainly for me, but just so if you guys want like another starting game system, then once the game starts, you just have that set block on your start game system, whatever it is. But yeah, that's what that first one was for the winner. Second one is just to start the game. And so once it starts the game, we'll come over here. So again, I'll just go through, I'm gonna have a ton of commands, but I'll just go through the ones that you need. So here's my start game. So if I just go up here, so if I go to map 1, so for each one that wins, it will set a redstone block on their commands. So like this one, winner vote, map 1, if the entity is the winner. So if you notice 62, -155 for my coordinates. If I fly over here, so the first armor stand that is right here is map 1. So if you see, -62, -155. So it just runs commands. You don't need to see the commands in here. These are just for my map. But whichever map wins, have it start a chain of commands that will then run like whatever map needs to win, I guess. So then it'll like TP them to a map or so on and so forth, however your system works, but that's how mine works. It'll just do its activation for my map. But yeah, that's basically what this system is here for. So it, the chain of commands that the armor stand is assigned to, or that will like designate its map, is basically what you need to activate for the winner. And so on and so forth for the rest of these maps. It's the exact same, just different set of coordinates. And then after this, you'll come over here. This will be the winner vote. So whenever the game actually starts, you want to make sure you remove the winner. And then you want to make sure you set their score to 0, all the armor stands. And then that should be the system. So it's pretty simple, honestly, like looking at it, just having the timer after you vote for a map. So you have the timer, and then it picks a winner through this. If there's a tie, then it minuses 1 to make a random winner. And then after that, in your start game system, then it will, whichever one wins, it'll, based on, let's say map 3 wins, then it'll activate this chain of commands starting the map, and that's it. So yep, that's the system. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment. Hope you guys liked the video. I try to make this as quick as possible. I just had to go in depth, so there's not, you know, any questions later on. So I just try to make sure everything's explained. Credit to one of my friends, by the way, Boom Karat. I'll leave his channel in the description. He actually came up with this system. I just touched upon it and made it my own way, and just kind of made it work for my map, but the base system is his. So credit to him. Again, his account will be in the description. So thanks again, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later.